भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टाप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। हरि ओम तत्सत्। Canto 3, chapter 13, verse number 41. Let me share. That's not the one. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Canto 3, chapter 13, verse number 41. Praymayam rupam idam cha saukaram bhumandalena tadata drutena te chakasti srungodaganena bhuyasa kulachalendrasya yataiva vibramaha. Trayimayam rupam idam cha saukaram bhumandalena tata drutena te chakasti srungodaganena bhuyasa kula achalena indrasya yataiva vibramaha. Trayimayam rupam idam cha saukaram bhumandalena tata drutena te chakasti srungodaganena bhuyasa kulachale indrasya yataiva vibramaha. Trayimayam, Vedas personified. Rupam, the form. Idam, this. Cha, also. Saukaram, the boar. Bhumandalena, by the earth planet. Atha, now. Data, by the tusk. Drutena, sustained by. Te, your. Chakasti, is glowing. Srunga, Uda, sustained by the peaks. Ganena, by the clouds. Bhuyasa, more glorified. Kula, Achala, Indrasya, of the great mountains. Yata, as much as. Eva, certainly. Vibramaha, declaration. Translation by His Divine Grace is Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. O Lord, as the peaks of the great mountains become beautiful when decorated with clouds, your transcendental body has become beautiful because of your lifting the earth on the edge of your tusks. Please repeat. O Lord, as the peaks of the great mountains become beautiful when decorated with clouds, your transcendental body has become beautiful because of your lifting the earth on the edge of your tusks. Purport, Mr. Prabhupada. The word Vibrama is significant. Vibrama means illusion as well as beauty. When a cloud rests on the peak of a great mountain, it appears to be sustained by the mountain, and at the same time it looks very beautiful. Similarly, the Lord has no need to sustain the earth on his tusks. But when he does so, the world becomes beautiful, just as the Lord becomes more beautiful because of his pure devotees on the earth. Although the Lord is a transcendental personification of the Vedic hymns, he has become more beautiful because of his appearance to sustain the earth. I'll try to understand this verse, nice verse. Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yera Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Mukam Karavati Vachalam Pangum Langete Girim Yat Krupa Tamaham Vande Sri Gurum Denatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Isam Mancha Kalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhu Vacha Pattanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamihim Dadati Swapadantikam. Shri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. So here in this verse, a few significant points are there as per Sri Prabhupada, as per Vibrama is the most significant. And here Lord is being compared. The context here, we see that the first and foremost instruction we are getting is Swayambhu Manu has been given. He himself, first of all, Swayambhu Manu is submitting to Lord Brahma. Please tell me my position, my place, and my duty. He is ready to engage in the service of his father. And here Lord Brahma is his own father, but is also the secondary creator. It's a great demigod, exalted personality who has received the knowledge directly from Supreme Lord Shri Krishna within the heart. So Swayambhu Manu has been requesting, submitting himself. Please engage me in your service and tell me my duty, what my place is. So that's where the earthly planet Swayambhu Manu is ruling. We are named after him, Manushya, Swayambhu Manu, Manushya. So that is the first significant aspect. When Swayambhu Manu is requesting for service, he wants to serve his father. But before, Lord Brahma already had to go through. And when he is born itself, he had to face the difficulties of, he couldn't understand who he is, what he is supposed to do. He went through all the way, lotus stem from up and down, but he couldn't find. Then he heard the word tapa. He performed austerities. That is the first thing. He had great difficulty. Then he had to meditate for almost one day of Brahma, almost. And then on top of that, after when he generated, he received the knowledge from the Supreme Lord. The Trayimayam also is mentioned as a source of Trayimayam is the Gayatri. Mother Gayatri is the source of these three Vedas, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Rig Veda is three Vedas, the personality of Godhead from whose breathing, Apaurushaya, this Vedic knowledge has been appeared. So in the source of Gayatri, so there is a verse in Brahma Samhita where it is mentioned about this verse of how the Brahma himself has received this knowledge through the heart flute sound of Lord Krishna. And the Gayatri is the mother of these three Vedas. That is the first instruction. And then as Lord Brahma was performing his activity, then the various sons were born. So four Kumaras didn't want to create. That is the first problem he had, but still he went on. He was not lamenting, oh, what do I do now? Then later on, then Rudra appeared as a son, but he was not doing as what Lord Brahma wanted to do. That is the second time difficulty. But still he went ahead and went on to perform his duty without digressing, without lamenting, without giving up the service. The third time is happening now when Swayambhu Manu has been instructed. He requested and Lord Brahma said, yes, now you please protect the living entities on the earthly planet. You rule the kingdom. That will satisfy. So that is a two instructions. One is one must do service constantly and regularly under the direction of spiritual master and the Supreme Lord through Guru Parampara and Sri Prabhupada. Then only we'll be able to progress. So otherwise there is no possibility. We will see that further. So that is that Vibrama illusion is creating. Because we are in the illusion of this material attraction, material beauty. So that is the fundamental problem. So that's why we must follow that guidance of Swayambhu Manu and Lord Brahma here. So three times the problem came. Swayambhu Manu was requested, but then he told, now the earthly planet sink down all the way below Garbhodak ocean, where Lord Varaha residing. That is, we are coming down to that. Also, it has been explained in Laghu Bhagavatamrita. We'll see that in a bit. So that is the first instruction where Lord Brahma, without even when the difficulties arise, he still went on performing his duty. Vyavasayatmika buddhi eke kuru nandam. Fixed up determination like Srila Prabhupada, Guru Varga, Srila Prabhupada, current disciples of Srila Prabhupada, how much they are endeavoring to distribute his mercy. But we are taking it lightly. So this must be taken very seriously, day after day. Not a day can be given up. So I will relax today, tomorrow I'll do. That's not going to work. Relaxation is not for us, not for the Srila Prabhupada's followers. So that is the first instruction we are seeing from Lord Brahma coming down to Swayambhu Manu is also in the same category. Rather, he chastised or instructed again and again to even his own sons. Maharaj Priyavrata, when somebody is on, that's the leader means not only he is looking himself, but he is looking at his dependents also. In most of the times in our material world in the office, we see that they are thinking about themselves, but they are not thinking about the actually who are working on them. That is the job of the leader. He is the servant leader means he must take care of the under who's serving him. So they must make sure that they are all well taken care, they are properly following their duties. Swayambhu Manu making sure that Priyavrata was not ready to engage in service. He went back and was doing meditation, and Narada Muni is following. He's doing his job of Guru's instruction, but he didn't want to take up marriage and rule the kingdom. But Swayambhu Manu instructed, no, he should, and he took Lord Brahma also. So then he took the instruction of Lord Brahma and Swayambhu Manu. Then he went on. Then even Dhruva Maharaj also, King Uttamapada and Priyavrata. So Uttamapada's son is the Dhruva. Then he is a great devotee of the Lord. But when he went in a different direction of killing all the snakes, because Uttama was killed, and then all the extras he was trying to kill, for one person's fault he was trying to do so many. But that is also Lord's desire is there. There are two parallels in that. But the instruction where we have to get is Swayambhu Manu, he went further there and instructed. But this is not your duty. You've done is enough. One person's fault, don't kill all of them. So you have to please the Supreme Lord. It is not what is pleasing you. It is what must be pleasing to the Supreme Lord. When we are offering bhava, when we are engaging any day after day, what is pleasing to the Supreme Lord is the most important consideration we must have. That is called real devotion service. Just like the gopis of Vrindavan, they are completely engaged in that highest prasad. They are always looking at what is pleasing, even if they are ready to go to hell. When Lord Krishna had fever, they are ready to go to hell. So this is the mood and instruction passing down from Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma himself is not only Swayambhu Manu, is instructing as a leader, is setting that example. He is always ready to engage in service, even difficulties. He was retired, but Priyavrata also want to not take up. But then he came back, again instructed, he went back. So that's why. So Swayambhu Manu is a great example. He's setting an example of Manu. He's not ordinary Manu. So that is the instruction we get. And Lord Brahma is also showing. That's when Swayambhu Manu told, instructed, or asked, requested Lord Brahma what to do. Then Lord Brahma, while meditating, he was meditating what to do. Only Lord can protect, Lord can recover, Lord can solve the situation. So that's when Lord Varahadev appeared. There it is compared with a great mountain. And why is it so? And we'll see. So in Navadvip Dham, we are just, this whole month we'll be discussing about Lord Chaityanya's pastimes. So in Lord Chaityanya's pastimes in Navadvip Dham, Lord has done various pastimes, especially related to Lord Varaha, 2 times. So it has happened with Murari Gupta and others. So now the Mahatmya, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains, and Bhakti Purushottam Maharaj also written a book, in that also it is explained. Kola Dweep is the place where Kola means Varaha, where this comparison is given, or this actually it happened. The mountain aspect, we'll see that. I'll read the Sri Kola Dweep is the representation of Pada Sevanam, how to serve the lotus feet of the Lord. And we'll see that in the previous verse also, the context is being given. Lord is being compared. So many verses. You cannot imagine. I was thinking, what to tell about this verse? What is instruction? Unless we deeply meditate, it's very difficult to understand. It seems very simple. Just comparison with mount and cloud. Okay, all right, done with the verse. But what instruction we are getting is very, very difficult to comprehend. So many verses. Unless they are, you can see the magnanimity of Vyasadeva writing so many verses glorifying. Because We are not able to understand this because we are completely under Vibhrama. Because the three gates of hell, all the 9 holes are being covered with illusion. Aneka chitta vibhranta mohajala samavrata. So network of illusion we are being covered with. So that's why it's very important to understand what is that illusion as per prasakta kama bhogeshu patante narakesu. This is the desire to enjoy separately from the Lord, desire to please our own. While engaging devotion, that also we are trying to, what is pleasing me? What should I cook to what I like? It is not what I like. Few devotions are what Lord likes, what Guru likes, what Sri Prabhupada likes, what Guru Parampara likes, what Acharya, how I can please Acharyas. So this is the way pure devotion service must be done. So that's why it is. That's why this behavior, this attitude will come when we are really seeking, praying to the Mr. Prabhupada, Guru, and previous Acharya day after day. So then only this can happen. That's the reason. Prasaktam ajam prasangam ajaram pasam saeva sadhu sukru. The prasangam means prakrushta rupena sangha. The deep attachment we have this material world, external beauty. Why? The example is given in Lord Shiva is telling to Prachetas that just like sometimes we cook, parents cook, mother, father cooks, and then the kids also wants to do something when they are small. No, I also want to cook. Then the mother and father bring some toy cooking things, and they get so much attached to it. They'll start playing. Okay, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, making this curry, that curry, sweet, this, that. So many things they develop attachment. Same way, Lord Shiva is explaining the same way the conditioned souls are being so much attached. They're thinking this whole material world is real. They are developing so much attachment, increasing their opulence of this material world, temporary happiness. They're trying to day after day. This is what they are being attached, just like the child is being attached to this mock thing. So because that's why Lord created this material world, because they want to be in this temporary space. They want to enjoy separately from the Lord. They want to please their own senses, not the Lord's. That's why we are supposed to be here. So that is a very great example. So that's why we must be in the mold of what is pleasing to Prabhupada. Constantly we have to seek that. Then automatically we will be able to please the Supreme Lord. Because when we please the Guru and Sri Prabhupada, automatically Supreme Lord is pleased. That is also very, very important instruction. So Pada Sevanam is being described. So that's why this Aneka Chitta Vibhranta, and then what is the illusion? That Vibhrama, the illusion is attraction, the 3 gates to hell is been explained again in Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna. Trividam narakasyedam dvaram nasanam atma kama krodha tata lobha tasmad etat trayam tyajet. There are 3 gates leading to hell: lust, anger, greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. The lust is desiring separately enjoyment separately from the Lord. And then that causes greed. So we are supposed to have, as Rupa Goswami explains, that laulyam, intense greed to serve the Supreme Lord, intense greed to worship the Supreme Lord, intense greed to worship Tulsi Maharani. So much intense greed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing. I must read this. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing. We just read this morning while discussing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's past tense. Morning Bhagavatam class, right, where this has been explained. So please pay attention very closely. So Tulasira Bhakti Ebe Suna Manadiya Ei Rupa Kailena Lila Tulasi Laya. Now here attentively the pastime of how Lord Chaitanya exhibited devotion for Tulasi. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur is stressing here attentively. एक क्षुद्र भांडे दिव्य मृत्तिका पुरिया तुलसी देखेना से गटे आरोपिया. One day the Lord took a small clay pot, filled it with choice dirt, and planted a tulsi in it. The Lord then said, if I don't see tulsi, I cannot survive, just as a fish cannot survive out of water. That's why it is so important. We cannot forget it. Day after day, morning, evening, we just can't forget. As soon as we wake up, we see tulsi, we offer obeisances, pranams. In our home, when we come to temple. Without that, there is no possibility. Even to Lord Shiva, he has to take the instruction and service of Vrinda Devi. Then he went to Manas Sarovar. Then he dipped in. Then he was able to become Gopeshwar Mahadev. No possibility otherwise. The Lord then said, whenever the Lord would chant japa while walking in the street, he would have someone carry a tulsi plant before him. As the Lord followed behind, looking at Tulsi, tears of ecstasy would flow down his body. When the Lord would sit to chant japa, a Tulsi plant would be placed next to him. The Lord would constantly look at Tulsi while chanting. Who can understand this principle of devotion service? After chanting the holy names of fixed number of times, the Lord would return with Tulsi again, carried in front. Only one who accepts the teachings of Shiksha Guru Narayan receives protection from him. This is the way. How do you protect from your illusion? This is the way. What is the two instructions? Shiksha Guru Narayan. Whatever Lord Chaitanya is instructing, not only this pastime, but any instruction from Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna Sikha. Speak about Krishna, chant Krishna's name, Bhajo Krishna, worship Krishna, and teach others about this. So, same with this instruction is also very significant. After seeing and offering obeisance to Lord Jagannath, Gaur Hari returned to his residence with his devotees. Whatever desires these devotees had within their heart were all fulfilled. So you can see how Tulsi Maharani is so important, that is constantly asking, bringing Tulsi plant to be carried even wherever he is going. So it is very significant. So that's why we must offer Tulsi leaves every day. We can't miss a day without Tulsi offering. We can't miss a day doing pradakshina. We can't miss a day without offering obeisances. That means it's a big loss for us. And now we'll understand about this mountain. We understood this illusion aspect. So we understood the instruction of how to please the Supreme Lord, not us, not our senses. We understood how to, despite difficulty, we must continue to serve. We cannot miss a service. Every day is very super important. Now we will understand this Pada Sevanam aspect of Kuladweep, and Lord Varahadev appeared for a great devotee. Where it is mentioned, on the western bank of the Ganga, there is some raised land like a small mountain known as Puliya Pahad. This mountain is no longer visible and has been described in scripture as Koladweep. In Satyuga, a Brahmana named Vasudeva was living here. He was a great devotee of Lord Varahadev and would worship the deity of Sri Varahadev, sincerely offering his prayers. He would pray to the Lord, "Oh my dear Lord, please be merciful upon me and give me your darshan so that my eyes may become purified and my life perfected." Speaking in this manner, the Brahmana collapsed and rolled around on the ground in frustration. He thought, "My Lord is not giving me darshan, therefore my life is useless." After some days, Sri Varahadev mercifully bestowed his darshan to Vasudev Vipra in the form of Kola, boar. His body was decorated with many varieties of jewelry. The Lord's lotus feet, neck, nose, face, eyes were especially attractive, and his body was tall as a mountain. When Vasudeva Vipra saw this wondrous form of the Lord, he felt blessed. He offered obeisance to the Lord, falling at his feet, began crying with great ecstasy while rolling on the ground. Upon seeing the great devotion of Vasudeva Vipra, the Lord said in a sweet voice, "O Vasudeva, you are my great devotee and have pleased me by your fixed devotion. Please listen to me. When Kali Yuga comes, my manifested pastime will take place in this Navadvip. There is no place in the three worlds equal to Navadvip Dham. This is my dearest Dham and has been kept very secret. The scriptures describe that all the holy places, including Brahma, Vatta, exist here. This most pious land is where I appear from the fire sacrifice of Lord Brahma and kill the demon Hiranyaksha by piercing him with my teeth. Whoever resides in Navadvipa will attain the results of residing in all other Tirthas. You are very fortunate to serve me in this Navadvip Dham. You will again take birth here during my manifested pastime. You will see the most beautiful form of Gauranga and his great Sankirtan pastime. Having spoken these words, Sri Varahadev vanished. After hearing this Daiva Vani, the Vipra tried to understand the subject by analyzing all the scriptures and greatly learned. Vasudeva understood that Lord Sri Gauranga will manifest his pastimes in Nadia during the Vaivasvata Manvantara at the beginning of Kali Yuga. All the rishis kept this information hidden, only hinting the truth so that only the most intelligent could understand it. The glory of these pastimes will spread when the Lord manifests himself in Nadia. Now this truth is being kept secret, but I can understand the hidden truths by the glimpse I have seen. With great jubilation, the Vipra started to chant the holy name. He was chanting Gora's name constantly within his mind. And the Brahmana Vasudeva saw the mountain-like body of Kola Deva or Varahadeva. He thought, this place must be the Koladweep mountain. Since then, this name has been used. This mountain is not different from Giri Govardhan. in Vrindavan, Bahulavan is situated towards the north of this Kulia Pahad. In Navadvip, the 12 forests are not situated in the same sequence as in Vrindavan. This discrepancy can only be due to the desire of the Lord, and He alone knows the reason. This is one pastime. So, where Kuladvip from Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Navadvip, the Mahatma, this has been explained. And then there are another pastime directly to Murari Gupta. Lord has shown this Varaha form. So, you can understand the instruction here. The mountain, the comparison is one is Kuladvip mountain, but actual real mountain is exemplifying what it means. Actually, mountain is ready to serve. Who is that mountain? Giriraj Govardhan, as it has been explained. Actually, not different from Giriraj Govardhan, this Kulia Pahad, that mountain, as Lord Varaha. Because what is the duty of Giriraj Govardhan? Giriraj Govardhan is the best devotee. Anta Yamadri, I forget the verse, full verse, but where Giriraj Govardhan is constantly serving the Lord with great affection, great loving mood. So in that's why Lord Krishna has emphasized that instead of worshipping demigods, serving them, sacrifices, offering so many things, rather you worship this great mountain, who is Giriraj Govardhan. Giriraj Govardhan, Go means increasing. Vardhana means increasing our actual love and affection, our relationship with devotees, relationship with the Supreme Lord. So has to be increased. That Govardhan, Giriraj Govardhan is shown by his own example how to serve. So he was constant. That's why Lord is always taking. So doing so many pastimes on Giriraj Govardhan. So that's why Sanatana Goswami is always there offering obeisances gladly, so much day after day. So that's why it's very important. Now let's understand this Varaha Devs, where it resides. In Laghu Bhagavatamrita, Sri Rupa Goswami explaining this. According to the vision of the revealed scriptures, we'll write about some of the residential places manifested by some of these incarnations in the material universe. This evidence comes from the statements of Vishnu Dharmottara and other Puranas. For example, above that region is another region of the same size with reddish ground. This is Mahatala, the fifth Patala region. There is 6 planets down. Atala, Vitala, Talatala, Mahitala, Rasatala, Patala. That's what we describe Mahatala, Patala. There is a wonderful lake, 100,000 yojanas across, lives Lord Hari in his Kurma form. This is Kurma Avatar. Now it's been described about this next. Above that, there is another region of the same size where there is a divine lake, 300 yojanas across. In that lake lives the Supreme Lord Hari in his Matsya form. Vishnu Dharmottara Purana 1.4.30 to 33. Narayana, the friend of Nara, lives in this place called Badrinath. Next is describing about Varahadev. Nru Varahasya Vasatir Mahar Loke Prakitita Yojananam Pramanena Aitanam Satatrayam. Nru Varaha's residence 3 million yojanas in circumference said to be on Mahar Loka. Nru Varaha is the form of Lord Varaha, is half man, half boar. Yeah, some say there are 2 incarnations, Shweta Varaha and Takta Varaha, white complexion and red. Swayambhu Manvantara, Vayasur Manvantara, and then Chakshusha, 2 times Lord Varaha appeared. At least in this case, there could be so many because incarnations are unlimited, like a water flows in a waterfall, like rivulets. So, and this is Maharloka. One incarnation, they say that half man, half lion, that is one. And the other one is the wild boar in different postures. In other places also it is mentioned like. Next abode, the charming like Lord Seshas is 500,000 yojanas in circumference. The next is when mentioned is known as Varaha Loka. This self-effulgent, attractive world sits below all the other planets and touches the shell of the universe. Here, the Supreme Lord has taken up residence in his white Varaha form, Vishnu Dharmottara Purana 1.5.23 and 1.45 to 6. According to the Sri Vishnu Dharmottara, this abode of the 4-legged Lord Varaha lies below the 7 Patala regions in the planet of Kalagni Rudra. Planet of Kalagni Rudra. So, Sa Eva Loko Varaha Katitas Tat Swayam Prabhu Loka Ayam Anda Samlagna Sarvadastan Manoharaha Varaha Rupi Bhagavat Sweta Rupo Daro Avasat. is in Lagu Bhagavatamrita, part 1, verse number 58, chapter 4. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, chapter 4, verse number 56 to 58. We just read how here Lord Varahadev appeared. And also we see that Lord Varahadev appeared as Jiyad Narsimha also. Half Varaha form, half Narsimha form also. Listen carefully to the description of appearance of Jiyad Narsimha. A farmer named Punriya Goyal once lived there. He grew a large crop of cucumbers, stayed awake every night guarding it. One night he didn't guard and wild pig devoured a bunch of cucumbers. The next night he waited with a bow and arrow to kill the boar. The wild boar named chanted Rama. When hit by the farmer's arrow and fled to a nearby mountain cave, perplexed, the farmer wondered how a dull animal like a pig had chanted the name of Lord Rama. He thought this must be the Lord himself, disguised as a boar. Standing outside the cave, a farmer called the wounded pig, "Who are you? Who are you?" There was no response. Afraid and sad within his heart, the farmer fasted for 2 days. He thought, what have I done? I am the lowest, most simple miscreant. There is no one more wretched than me. Feeling compassion for the farmer, the merciful Lord spoke to him from the sky. He said, I am God himself. You have hurt me with your arrow because I ate your cucumbers. Now don't worry, just go home. The farmer became downcast and kept on fasting. Again, the Lord spoke from the sky, you foolish farmer, why are you suffering so much for nothing? You have not committed any offense. You so stop fasting and go home. The farmer said, I have hurt you with my arrows, so what is the use of my life? Even if I die, I can't escape my offense. Yamaraj, the god of death, will punish me by whipping and beating me. How can I purify myself? The Lord replied, you haven't committed any offense. Don't worry, I am unlimitedly pleased with you. The farmer, then all is well. On your assurance, I will give up my fear. But how do I know that I am free from the offense of shooting arrows at the boar? If I can see you with my eyes, then I will be satisfied. Then I will inform the king you should be the witness. If you become the witness, I will be very pleased. The Lord, all right, I will fulfill your desire and give this boon to you. Hearing this, the farmer joyfully ran to the king's palace. When he came to the palace gate, he said, listen, gatekeeper, please inform the king of my unique and wonderful story. The king will enjoy it. Next, the farmer was let into the palace and to tell the king his story. The king became astonished to hear that God has taken a form of a boar and talked to the farmer. Is this really true? Asked the king. Yes, my lord, answered the farmer. Let's go there together. Then your doubts will be destroyed. God will keep his promise to me and tell you everything. The king said, if I hear God give his order, then I will become your servant for the rest of my life. The king and the farmer walked to the mountain cave where the boar was staying. The king fell prostrate before the cave's entrance and offered prayers to the God. The Lord's heart melted to see the king's sincerity and humility. The Lord said, O king, believe the words of the farmer. Now pour milk into this cave and you will attain me. Delighted to hear the Lord speaking, the king dutifully poured milk into the cave. Suddenly, from underground, the top knot of hair came into view. Realizing that deity form of the Lord was manifesting, everyone became blissful and started chanting the names of Hari and playing musical instruments. Hari Dhwani, Prema Dhwani, Ulu Dhwani. As more milk was poured, more of the Lord's transcendental form appeared, the head and face, chest, arms, belly, and thighs. Although they kept pouring milk, the Lord chose not to reveal his lotus feet. From the sky, the Lord said, you will not see my lotus feet, so don't pour any more milk. The king felt ecstatic to have witnessed the appearance of the Lord. However, he also lamented not being able to see the Lord's sweet lotus feet. He arranged a huge mahotsav to honor the deity with opulent food offerings, dresses, and arati. While gazing at the Lord with love and devotion, the king's heart overflowed with satisfaction. One day, a merchant and two women came there to take darshan of the deity. After seeing the deity, the merchant paid obeisance and walked out of the temple. Abruptly, the temple door slammed behind the merchant, leaving two women locked inside. Through the door, he heard the two ladies talking to the Lord in great anxiety. The merchant loudly prayed to the Lord. The merciful Lord responded by unlocking the temple door. The merchant saw the most astonishing thing. When he re-entered the temple, the two women had turned into stone and were standing beside the Lord. Considering himself most fortunate, the merchant fell down at the Lord's feet, praying, O Lord, please give me the boon that you will be named after me. My parents gave me the name Jiyada. So, my Lord, I desire that you take this name. This is the story behind the deity named Jiyad Narsimha. So this is where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went. This is the place called Simhachalam in Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. A very, very beautiful temple. Lord Chaitanya's footprints are there. By Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur's person also went there. So we are trying under the Prabhupada's order, Guru and we are trying to establish the lotus footprints in many places where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the different places, South India and others. Thank you very much, Hare Krishna. Many more pastimes of Lord Varaha is there, but time is already over. Anurag, Srimad, Bhagavatam ki jai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Jai. Krishna Prabhu ki jai. Thank you very much. I'd like to wish you all a safe and Krishna conscious day ahead. Today is Jagannath Mishra Mahotsav, the father of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu appeared. Just as we have Nandotsav, it's Jagannath Mishra Mahotsav. The day after the birth of Mahaprabhu, there's all festivities, all celebrations in the house of Jagannath Mishra and Mother Sachi. So that's today. And yeah, thank you all for participating nicely yesterday in the wonderful celebration of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's appearance day. I hope you all had a good time being absorbed in the mood of serving Mahaprabhu. If there's any feedback, please let us know. Positive or negative. Negative feedback is always a room for improvement where we can improve. Okay.
Yeah, I got a message that the prasadam was excellent. Who cooked? Said Jay Prakash Prabhu cooked.
Yeah. Evo.
Thank you, Jay Prakash Prabhu, for tirelessly cooking from 1 p.m. and all the devotees who helped.
Yes. That's true. When the prasadam is excellent and prasadam is enough, sufficient, half the battle is won. And then the deities are nicely adorned. The second half of the battle is won. Nice shingar, nice prasad. Then there are there have been gaps here and there that people oversee that. But no, more we serve in the mood, like of Vaishnavas coming to the temple and serving to as much as we can do, of serving each other and serving the Supreme Lord. There are so many services. Yeah, thank you. Somebody also anonymously gave me a check of almost $7,500 yesterday.
Hey, Hari Bol, Jai.
Hari Bol, Hare Krishna.
Okay, let's offer our prayers to the Supreme Lord by chanting 3 times Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Nrsimha, Jai Nrsimha, Jai Jai Nrsimha, Praladesha, Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Ugravira Mahavishnum Jwalantam Sarvatomukham, Nrsimham Vishnum Bhadram, Nityam Namamiham. Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai,
Jai.
Prahlad Maharaj ki
Jai.
Also, before we end, today is the last day, Friday of this week. So on Sunday, we have class from
Yes, Mukunda Datta Prabhu.
His Grace Mukunda Datta Prabhu from Govardhan.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Antya Lila pastimes of Mahaprabhu will be discussing. That's good. Okay. And Govindas will be on over the weekend. Okay. That being said, let's offer our humble obeisances at the lotus feet of all the assembled Vaishnavas. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namaha Vaishnavrinda ki
Jai.
Gopal ki jai. Thank you.
Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gaur Premanande.
Hari Bol.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you,
Hare
everybody.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Hari
Krishna.
Bol. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.